At least one Israeli has been killed, 3 injured in an attack in the occupied West Bank. It happened north of Hebron. The assailants reportedly drove a vehicle into a group of pedestrians before one got out of the car and began stabbing people. Israeli military media say the 2 attackers were shot and killed. Meanwhile, Israeli forces have opened fire on protesters in Tulkarem in the occupied West Bank, injuring a child and an Al Jazeera cameraman. Fadi Yassin is being treated in hospital with leg wounds. The incident is the latest in escalating crackdown by Israeli forces against Palestinians in the occupied West Bank. Soldiers have been conducting near-daily raids and arrests, and press freedom advocates say attacks on reporters have increased alarmingly. Let's go to Nour Odeh. She's live for us in Ramallah in the occupied West Bank. Nour, so let's begin with the car ramming incident. What exactly happened?
Well, Walid, the car ramming incident happened in the Atzion Junction, which is an area that connects or intersects among many illegal Israeli settlements, large block of illegal settlements. And there, a car rammed into Israeli settlers standing on the main road. And one of the passengers of the car got off the car, according to Israeli military account, and started to attempt to stab those in the area. The 2 men in the car have been shot dead. One person injured in the attack has been declared dead. He's 30 years old, and 3 others have been injured, including a woman who is 40 years old. Her condition is described as critical.
And then we have the separate incident where Israeli forces shot at protesters in the occupied West Bank. Can you talk us through that one, Nour?
Yeah, I mean, this is one more incident that just reminds everybody that the situation in the West Bank is really more like a tinderbox. The Israeli army has occupied the Nour Shams refugee camp in Tulkarem, Malin, for almost an entire year. They have demolished dozens of homes and they've expelled the population from the refugee camp. Now, those families who've been displaced for nearly a year have been trying to come back, and every time they try to do that, they're confronted with Israeli soldiers who fire at them live bullets, rubber-coated steel bullets, and tear gas. In this instance, we saw a colleague of ours injured, the cameraman for Al Jazeera Arabic. He sustained injuries in both his legs with a live bullet. Another child who's 12 years old also sustained shrapnel wounds to the neck from a live bullet, and the families who were trying to go home were prevented. This is one in many incidents of clashes between Palestinians and the Israeli army across the occupied West Bank, following a record-breaking month of violence in October.
Thank you so much for that, Nour Odeh, there for us in Ramallah in the occupied West Bank.
Don't miss out. Get the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news, expert insight. Like, share, stay ahead.